I wanted to take a look back at one of the most iconic Super Bowl halftime performances, in my opinion, and that was Shakira and Jennifer Lopez's performance back in 2020. To start off, I want to focus on Shakira. Before she even starts speaking or singing, you hear the instrumentals to Dare You, and she's having a little dance session with her backup dancers, and when she does speak, the first thing she says is, Hola Miami. To me, that was very important and iconic because this was the first time during a halftime show that a Latina took the stage. So for her opening words to be in Spanish, I don't think people realize how important that was and how powerful too. Just those simple words, Hola Miami. Her opening song is She Wolf, which leads to my next favorite moment of her performance, and it's so small, but it always gets stuck in my head. At one point, she does like this inhale to the beat right before she starts making her way down the stage. It kind of looks like someone rollerblading or ice skating. It reminds me a little bit of, I can't remember his name, from The Incredibles, you know, the guy who has the ice powers. But yeah, like that, like deep breaths she takes right before she like starts gliding down the stage. One of my favorite moments. She moves on to singing Empire. My favorite moment from that part is the guitar solo. Of course, seeing her play the guitar and the guitar solo in this version of Empire is cool. The reason why I enjoyed it so much, which I actually missed the first time I saw it live, is because this guitar solo is actually the guitar sound or the guitar arrangement from one of her very popular songs in Spanish called Inevitable. Shakira has a whole bunch of different songs she could have chose to perform at the Super Bowl, so she had to get creative with giving her fans snippets of each of their potentially favorite songs in like the 6 minutes that she got. So she gives us Empire, and then she snuck in the guitar arrangements of Inevitable into this version of Empire, which I think is just so smart. I think most people are aware that Shakira is Latina, but I think a lot of people forget that she is also part Middle Eastern. So this next part, when you hear the vocals for her song OseaQue, I got really excited because I was like, okay, she's gonna do the whole song. This is the first song in Spanish that we get in this performance, but she kind of just teased it a little bit and instead started doing a belly dancing routine. The reason why I thought this was so iconic is because I don't remember the story in detail, but before Shakira even became a singer, her family went to a restaurant or something like that, and she saw these women doing their belly dancing, and she got so inspired by it that she wanted to learn how to belly dance. And I feel like that catapulted her interest in being in the entertainment industry. And I thought it was just cool how she again is trying to jam in all of these things that are important to her in her career into this performance, and one of them is her being Middle Eastern and showing off some of her culture by belly dancing. The next part that I really enjoyed is when she started singing I Like It Like That with Bad Bunny. I'm not musically trained. I don't know the terminology for whatever technique you're using with your voice. As she's going down into the floor and then she does like this, I think it's a riff. It was just very pleasant to hear, and it was really cool. Like when she's going down on the floor, it kind of gave me Beyonce Crazy in Love vibes. It's another small thing that just was very exciting to see and hear. Now at this point, I think she's like halfway through her performance or her 6 minutes, and we finally get the first song in Spanish, which was not a song I was expecting, but it makes sense, I guess, in this stage, and that's going to be her song Chantaje. It's in Spanish, so I found myself singing along to it in Spanish, realizing, well, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what she's singing, but I know what she's singing, so that made me feel special. Seeing, you know, the backup dancers with their trumpets and interacting with her, it felt like you were at a party. This part of her performance leads to my next favorite part, and that is the intro to Hips Don't Lie. I missed it the first time, but then if you watch it again, the trumpets and Hips Don't Lie, her backup dancers kind of mimic with their trumpets, and then Hips Don't Lie starts, and I like that drum. It goes like boom, boom, boom. It gets you so hyped. A song that I'm sure a lot of people were waiting for to sing along to too, which is Hips Don't Lie. Like everyone knows Hips Don't Lie and Shakira, you know? This next part of her performance, I know you remember it very vividly, is when she does the whole tongue thing. The really cool thing about that is that, again, it was tying to her Middle Eastern roots, potentially her Colombian side. I'm not sure. There seems to be some dispute in that. I forgot the name of it. I'll insert it down here once I do research because I don't want to say the incorrect thing. It was really cool that it allowed us to have a conversation of like, whoa, that was so weird. That was so out of place. Why did she do that? She looked silly. Was it a mistake? And no, like everything she did in this performance, it was perfectly planned. Again, she was showcasing her culture. My next favorite part of her performance is when she goes back to the middle. All of her background dancers are surrounding her in a circle and they're just vibing, you know, they're just having a good time. They're grooving and dancing while she's still singing Hips Don't Lie. Such high energy. There isn't a whole bunch of theatrical stuff happening. Such a small, simple moment, but it just brought up the energy so easily. And then we get get to my last favorite part, Hips Don't Lie kind of ends, she runs down the stage, does this kind of like front snap kick or jump front snap kick, hits the ground with her foot, and then the song goes boom and it ends. The last words she says in this performance is no fighting, followed by y gracias. The reason why this is so important and iconic to me is because she started her performance speaking in Spanish by saying hola Miami, and she ended her performance by speaking in Spanish saying y gracias. So it came full circle. 6 minutes of seeing Shakira on stage was not enough for me. I personally could have seen her do the whole 14 minutes of the halftime performance. There was just so much entertainment between her dancing, all of those moments of her showing us or exposing us to different cultures. To this day, if I'm ever having like a low energy day, or if I'm just not feeling very inspired or motivated, I'll watch her performance and just get so inspired and so full of energy and just so proud of being Latino all over again. And it's just one of those moments when like you don't realize how much representation matters until it's there, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I've never had something like this before, and it feels so good experiencing it now. I want more representation. It was just such an amazing thing to watch. Well, that's all I have for you in this video. In my next video, I'll be talking about Jennifer Lopez's part in the halftime performance. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.